Ever had that weird feeling? You're in a new place, meeting someone for the first time, or just having a regular conversation, and suddenly, bam, it feels like you've been here before, like you've lived this exact moment already. That uncanny sensation is called déjà vu, French for already seen, and it's one of the most common and puzzling experiences of the human mind. Up to 97% of us have felt it at least once. But what is it? A glitch in the matrix? A glimpse into a past life? Or something our brains are cooking up? Today, we re-diving deep into the mystery of déjà vu to uncover what science can tell us and what still remains a fascinating enigma. So, let's start with what it feels like. Déjà vu isn't just a simple memory. It's a dual experience. You have the feeling of familiarity, but at the same time, you're consciously aware that this is a new situation. It's this conflict, the feeling of I've seen this clashing with the knowledge that I couldn't have, that makes it so strange and sometimes a bit unsettling. It usually lasts just a few seconds, a fleeting moment of cognitive dissonance that leaves us wondering what just happened. While it's common, it happens more frequently in people between the ages of 15 and 25. Why? Well, that's part of the mystery we'll explore. For a long time, déjà vu was lumped in with paranormal phenomena, things like precognition or memories from past lives. And while those ideas are fascinating to think about, scientists have been working hard to find explanations rooted in neuroscience and psychology. One of the leading theories is the dual processing theory. Think of your brain as a superefficient filing system. When you experience something, your brain processes the information and stores it as a memory in one seamless action. This theory suggests that sometimes there's a tiny delay in this system. Information might take two separate routes to your conscious mind. The first, faster route gives you that sense of familiarity, but the second, slightly delayed route processes it as a new event. Your brain gets both signals almost simultaneously, creating that bizarre feeling of reliving a moment for the very first time. It's like your brain's internal sync is off by a millisecond. Another popular idea is the hologram theory, or more accurately, the Gestalt familiarity hypothesis. This one is all about memory cues. Imagine walking into a room you've never been in before, but it has the same style of wallpaper, the same scent of coffee, or the same kind of lamp that was in your grandmother's house. Your brain recognizes a familiar element, but instead of just recalling that specific lamp or scent, it mistakenly applies that feeling of familiarity to the entire scene. The whole new experience gets painted with the brush of a single forgotten memory fragment. So you're not remembering the whole event, just a tiny piece of it, and your brain is overgeneralizing. It's like seeing one actor from a movie you can't quite place. And for a second, the entire new movie feels strangely familiar. Then there's the neurological perspective, which links déjà vu to the brain's temporal lobes. These regions, particularly the hippocampus and amygdala, are crucial for memory formation and retrieval. Researchers have found that déjà vu can be artificially triggered by stimulating these areas of the brain. This is especially seen in patients with temporal lobe epilepsy, who often report intense and frequent déjà vu experiences right before a seizure. This suggests that déjà vu might be a kind of minor, non-pathological brain hiccup in this retina brief. Uncoordinated firing of neurons that create a false sense of memory without an actual seizure. For most of us, it's a harmless and temporary glitch in the memory-making machinery. But what about the connection to dreams? Have you ever had a déjà vu moment and thought, wait, I dreamed this? There's a theory for that too. It suggests that the experience might stem from a forgotten dream. We dream every night, but we forget the vast majority of our dreams. It's possible that the new situation you re-experiencing is actually something you encountered in a dream a few nights ago. The memory of the dream is buried deep in your subconscious, but the current, real-life event is similar enough to trigger that buried memory, creating the feeling of having lived it before. The line between our waking life and our dream world can be blurrier than we think. Now, let us talk about why it seems to happen more when we re-younger and when we re-stressed or tired. The brain, especially in our teens and early 20s, is still developing, particularly the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for executive functions like decision-making and reality testing. This developmental phase could make the brain's processing systems more prone to those little timing errors or memory mix-ups. As for stress and fatigue, They put a strain on our cognitive resources. When you're tired, your brain isn't functioning at its peak. This can lead to more frequent slip-ups in memory processing, making those déjà vu glitches more likely to occur. So, if you're pulling all-nighters for exams, don't be surprised if you start feeling like you're in a time loop. Despite all these scientific theories, a certain air of mystery still surrounds déjà vu. Why does it feel so profound? Some researchers in psychology are exploring this aspect. The experience isn't just a memory error, it's a metacognitive one. It's our brain checking its own work. When déjà vu happens, part of your brain is essentially saying, "Hold on, something's not right here." The memory signal is firing, but there's no memory to back it up. This internal conflict monitoring process might be what makes the experience so jarring and memorable. It's your brain's own quality control system flagging a potential error, and you're consciously aware of the alarm bell ringing. And of course, we can't ignore the more mystical interpretations that have captivated people for centuries. The idea of reincarnation or past lives is a common one. In this view, déjà vu is a fleeting memory from a previous existence bubbling up to the surface. Maybe that cafe you just walked into was your favorite spot in a past life. The concept of parallel universes also gets brought up. Perhaps déjà vu is a moment where your consciousness briefly overlaps with that of another version of you in a different universe, who is living out a very similar life. While science can't test these ideas, they speak to our deep-seated curiosity about the nature of time, consciousness, and our place in the cosmos. They transform a simple brain glitch into a potentially profound spiritual or existential event. So what's the takeaway? Is déjà vu a simple brain hiccup or something more? The scientific consensus leans heavily towards it being a fascinating but ultimately normal trick of the mind. It's a byproduct of our incredibly complex memory system, a system that is constantly encoding, storing, and retrieving trillions of bits of information. A few crossed wires now and then are probably inevitable, but the fact that we can experience it, reflect on it, and even study it is a testament to the wonders of human consciousness. It reminds us that our perception of reality is actively constructed by our brains, and sometimes the construction process has its quirks. The next time you experience déjà vu, instead of getting weirded out, take a moment to appreciate it. You're witnessing one of your brain's most interesting and mysterious processes in action. You're experiencing a split-second breakdown in the illusion of seamless reality, a peek behind the curtain of your own mind. It's not a sign that you're psychic or that the Matrix is real, probably. It's a sign that you have a healthy functioning. It's a wonderfully complex brain that, every once in a while, likes to play a little trick on you. Thanks for joining me on this journey into the mind. If you've had a crazy déjà vu experience, share it in the comments below. I'd love to read your stories. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into the mysteries of our world and ourselves. I'll see you next time.